Great, thanks very much. Hi there. So I'm going to kind of go over today a demonstration of Reydar. Reydar is our virtual event and 3D and product experience platform that we have developed as part of the work at, I'm actually from Engine Creative, which is a creative digital agency based in Northampton, but we do a lot of work since 2011 in augmented reality. And Reydar has come out of our work with brands and businesses in that area. So we developed Reydar as the ultimate product marketing experience. So I'm going to start by giving an overview of what Reydar is, and then I'm going to do a couple of live demos and show you some of the virtual events we've delivered for various brands, as well as share my screen on the phone screen as well to show some of the augmented reality integrations within that. So Reydar is essentially a 3D and augmented reality platform designed to bring products to life. So it's all about the product and product experience, and brands have historically use technology to display their products online, and there's a bit of a technology timeline there, but all the way from images to videos and more recently 360s. But technology now is at a point where we can bring 3D product experiences, retail experiences online and into your own kind of personal space using augmented reality. So it's designed all around that. In terms of what we do deliver for brands, it tends to be based around these areas. So incorporating 3D products or on the website, on the e-commerce site, or product landing pages, and that can have augmented reality as part of that built in. Streamlining the sales funnel and the decision tree that consumers go through in terms of configurators and viewing products and specifying exactly what they want. And more recently, virtual showrooms, virtual events where we're adding context to the product as well. So the brand experience, the retail experience is kind of incorporated into that, but it's all built around the product. The product, well, Reydar is designed to support the whole product life cycle, the whole funnel, the whole kind of consumer purchase funnel, right from marketing and activation of the product, discovering products, configuring and personalizing that as well, all the way through to supporting and maintaining the product. So that's a bit of an overview of what we support. And here's just 3 or 4 examples of the products that we offer. So virtual events and showrooms, which is basically what I'm going to go through today, and augmented reality integrated into the shopping experience. So that can be using web AR or app-based AR as well, and that's a key element for us, and we can incorporate that within the virtual events as well. So there's a bit of a kind of collaboration. And then also web viewers, so 3D product viewers online, and that, again, these can be incorporated in virtual events. And the final element of that is the experience around the product, and that can be connected packaging, enhanced digital products, or kind of product marketing. And generally that's about telling a story around the product, like this example here for Vaseline, where we've got their timeline of the history about the brand and the, you know, all of the information that the consumer might want to find out about that product. I'm going to go back up to the virtual events and showrooms and just kind of delve into that a little bit deeper. But so what we're trying to do, and obviously, and this kind of we innovated this product when obviously COVID hit, and it's designed to kind of bridge the gap between the real world physical experiences and on one end of the spectrum, and on the other end of the spectrum we've got like your e-commerce site, the online shopping that you would normally do. There's nothing in the middle that consumers can go to that kind of gives you a familiar browsing experience, but with the benefits of digital, so analytics and tracking and all of that kind of stuff. So that's a quick overview, and we start off with the environment. So we basically create the environment, whatever makes sense for the brand in the real world. That's the starting point for the solution that we create. So that could be a retail experience like what's on screen now, could be an art gallery, a training environment, anything essentially, but having one foot in reality. But because it is digital, we can then extend that out to be whatever you want. So you can kind of go to town in terms of ideas and things like that. But what we actually deliver as an end product is a browser experience. So it's a full screen browser experience, fully immersive, fully 3D. You can navigate around the space as you would in a computer game, for example. And any product, any object within that environment can be enhanced with interactive product information. So you can click on any product and view that and browse it as you would in the real world, but doing it virtually. On top of the solution as well, we have what we call an augmented reality bolt-on solution. So if you wanted to, again, bring those products from the virtual event into your own personal space, we can do that now with the Reydar app and augmented reality. And we can also incorporate live event features as well. So things like video walls, Q&As, presentation keynotes and things like that. So that's a quick overview of that, of the solution of what we deliver. A couple of examples of some of the virtual events that we've created at the moment. I'm going to demo the Ultimaker, Canon and LG projects, but we've done a number of projects for MasterCard and Exertis and Samsung and a few other brands as well. The key benefits for the virtual events is either expanding on the physical event or replacing a physical event altogether. It makes the products and services interactive by anybody anywhere. So there's obviously a benefit over the physical event because that could be kind of replicated to anybody anywhere in the world. We can integrate gamification and training features in that. So any environment within the space, we can tailor the product experiences to whatever makes sense for your brand or your product. And also everything's is kind of has analytics and we can gain insights into tracking interests and things like that in the back end. Just a quick overview of how we break down the solution. There's just three kind of elements I mentioned before. The first one is about the space itself, the virtual experience, the environment, and we designed that to make it look as realistic as possible. So we have nice lighting effects. We have things like ambient occlusion, which makes the shadows look nice and realistic and all of that kind of stuff. Any product, like I mentioned before, in the experience is highlighted with a hotspot, which you can just interact with. So it's nice and clear. And once you interact with a product, we have a standard product page. So we have a media area on the left, which is, we can syndicate all existing pre-existing content from the product there may be, so such as videos, slideshows. And we also have a 3D viewer built into this. And also this is where we trigger the augmented reality from. And then the right-hand side, just as you would get on an e-commerce site, all the information about the product, the features, the benefits, and we can also integrate with APIs for marketing, CRMs, and also e-commerce solutions as well. So if you wanted to add a buy button on here or import that lead into the CRM, then we can do that from the solution. And it doesn't have to be that product page. It could be video, hotspots, or links. We have bespoke kind of product samplers and demos and replicate that in the environment. And also, like I said before, add in gamification elements such as goodie bag treasure hunts, which are designed to encourage exploration and build that brand engagement within the environment. So that's a quick overview of the space itself. The live event upgrade, we then in that space, we can have like a keynote stage or a presentation room. And that can be like a large kind of screen, and we can sponsor that up as well and make that look how it would in the real world. We have breakout rooms with Q&As and polls. You can ask questions and all of that kind of stuff. And as well as that, we can have video walls and posters and sponsorship areas, and we kind of lay that space out depending on what makes sense for the brand in the real world. So it could be based on sub brands, it could be based on product type, it could be based on partner areas and things like that. And the last element of the live event integration is the ability to have a one-to-one video chat with the product expert or the brand. And that can be video chat, or it can be text chat and audio chat as well. And we aim to integrate that in to make it look as realistic as possible. And the final integration that we offer is like the augmented reality upgrade. So if we're talking more like showrooms or product experiences, then we can have augmented reality, which is triggered from the product page. It's just a matter of scanning the product or a QR code and then scanning your environment and then tap to place. And I'll demo that in a sec so you can see how that works. And when it comes to the augmented reality, it could be just simple as product experiences in there, viewing the product, configuring the product with colorways and things like that. It could be more of an enhanced retail experience. So bringing out kind of point of sales, being able to kind of browse products in augmented reality, or gamification as well. So that could be brought out in AR. So that could be like a selfie lens, could be a human being standing there on a green screen video, kind of talking about the presentation, or an interactive game and what have you. So, and there's, in terms of the augmented reality, there's a number of solutions that we offer as well. So we have the Reydar app, which we can have the content in there, and also we can white label it for the end brand and only have that brand's content in there. And also we use web AR as well, so we can do that. So that's a quick overview of our solution. So I just wanted to demo a couple of live experiences that we've delivered here. So the first one I wanted to talk about was a project we've just delivered in April for a company called Automaker, and they make 3D printers. So I think they're the market leader in 3D printing technology. So they came to us and asked us to build the ultimate showroom that had a live event element. So we designed the spaces to be always on, always available, just like a normal showroom would, like the ultimate showroom. But we can have live events throughout the time as well. So Automaker aiming to have one every 6 months. But while the event's not on, people can still attend the space, explore the products, and the company is driving, and the sales team are driving people to this space as well, because product demos are in there, and they can get good information around that. Out of the 3 examples I'm going to show you, they all kind of follow a similar style. So we tend to start off with a welcome video. So once the experience is loaded, we have a video there with in this case, the CEO is talking about the experience.
Welcome to the Ultimaker Transformation Summit. It's our first virtual summit.
I won't play all of that, but essentially that just gives you, the attendee, a nice overview of what to expect. And we have a couple of onboarding panels as well, so just how to navigate the space, what content they expect to get within the experience. So in this case, a live conference, more about the products as well, to discover the Automaker ecosystem, and also connect with Automaker using live chat, and they can also get a quote and book a sales call as well from the experience. So once you've done the onboarding, we're straight into the showroom, and we've designed it to be really simple to use. There's just 2 controls. There's just click and drag, and you can look anywhere in the space. So it's a fully 3D realized environment. And then we have a target on the floor, so you can just click and tap and go to that area. So it's not like Google Earth where you're going from point to point and you're using a 360. It's a fully browsable experience. So tapping into that familiar browsing experience and what you would expect in the real world. In this case, Automaker asked us to design this space based on their end user profile. So they have 2 zones, and they're based on the end user type. So we've set the products out based on like an education user or manufacturer type solution. And so this is one zone. So this is the prototyping zone, for example, and you'll see there's one over here, another one which is for manufacturing, and then there's one over here for education. But when we're in the zones there, we've laid the products out in context as you would expect in like a showroom, for example. So we have the product laid out here, but also we have other use cases, or what this product is used for on display, and extra information about this product type and the customer that have used their products, as well as the materials used within the product. So everything's kind of laid out in context, and context is really important. It kind of grounds you and kind of gives you everything you need in one place. And then we use this bench over here to kind of tell a deeper story. So we have customer stories on here. We have information about webinars and extra videos and some of the kind of supporting things like software and various other elements within that. It's quite flexible. So once you're in the space, we can navigate the space, like I say, by clicking on the floor and just clicking, dragging around and looking around as you would. But we also have a menu as well, so you can use this to shortcut to different zones. So it just takes you directly to the zone as you would expect. And it automatically navigates around objects and takes you to that zone. So you can see that, you can view the products on there, the applications or customer stories. And again, it takes you directly to that. Once you're in the zone as well, you can click on any of these hotspots, and so here's a standard product pop-up. So we have this information on the right here, and we can link through to anywhere within the space. If you want to go directly to link through to something that's relevant for this product, we can do that, or we can link out to their landing page. For example, if you want to view this data sheet, it just opens up in a new tab. You can download that. And then on the left-hand side here, we have the media area. So we're playing the video automatically. And then we've got 3D viewer. So all the products you can view and explore in 3D. We have different, we can zoom in and out and different kind of default views. And also syndicating all of the product information, product photos and other videos within this space as well, as you can see. And again, likewise, if you're interested in sort of a couple of examples, we've got the material that this client uses, and one of the outputs, the Trivium kind of tool.
Hi, Lars. Thank you for joining us today.
So with exclusive video content talking about this tool, you can interact with the 3D print as well, just as you can with the product, and view some of the manufacturing elements of that and the use cases of it. So that's kind of a bit of an overview within the product area, and there's 6 areas within here, and they're all, like I say, related to different use cases. Within this space as well, they've got 4 different pop-out areas where we're promoting some of the partners. So they have their own dedicated space and their own products viewer as well, where we can talk about that. And we've also branded up with their current campaign. So all of this posters on the walls are related to their current ongoing marketing campaign, which is all about case studies of automaker community that have made it happen, essentially. And we have a bit of an homage to those here as well in the product display area. And this central zone is more about the brand itself. This is where we have the live event element of it. So when there is a live event on, this is kind of here, playing in the video walls. It's quite a wow moment. So it's really kind of quite impressive when you're in there as you would a normal physical event. And with this event as well, it was a 4-hour agenda. So when it's live, you have to be in this space to watch it. But once it's finished, we have it on demand, which you can watch on demand and just play as you would all the different sessions.
For this session, following on the heels of software stories, you can on demand watch all of the sessions at your leisure. You don't have to be there on the time if you couldn't make it. And then we just have a bit of an art piece in the middle, which kind of explains some of the use cases within the space. And we also have a full screen mode as well. So I won't press that on here because I've got quite a wide monitor, but you'd press that and that will get rid of the browser and make it more immersive. And we have a settings panel and also the live chat, which isn't on at the moment, but if you want to, when the events are on, if you wanted to chat with the team, you can do that using the live chat or a contact form request. I'm already signed in, so it's already populating my email address and that kind of stuff, and you can just put in your request here. So in terms of this experience, we had about 5,000 attendees, and the average dwell time was 1 hour 27 minutes in this space. So it's a lot of browsing time, lots of people in there waiting and watching the live event. And when they're waiting for the next session to come up, they can use this space to kind of navigate around and really get immersed in that brand experience and the everything that Automaker has to offer as they would in the real world. Automaker don't have a physical showroom, so this is their kind of replacement for that. Obviously a lot more cost effective than building this physically, and there's a lot of flexibility in this as well, so we can develop this over time. We can do product updates, and if they wanted to add another section, we could put a door in the wall, or we can add to it quite easily. So that's the Automaker one. I wanted to show a couple more, which this one for Canon has the augmented reality
element to that as well. So I'll demo that. And again, you'll see very similar in terms of platform UI. We have an onboarding video, we have the onboarding panels. This one has support for multiple languages. So we've got the language selection here, so we can support multiple languages. And this one has a few helpful avatars dotted around, which kind of give you a bit of information about the live event, or you can book a meeting through the avatar. But Canon, this is a physical event. They normally do every year, physical event, and this is very much similar to what that would be. It's very much familiar experience if you have been to those events. And again, you'll see it's designed to be more of a trade show exhibition stand. And again, you can navigate by clicking on the floor, having a look at their products, and these are laid out as they are in the real world. But you've got your displays here, you have all the video cameras related over here, and all of the kind of large format cameras there. Here we have a lens showcase and all the compact cameras over here. So if you're interested in a compact camera, you're not searching for multiple products. You can view them all in one go, and you can just pick them off and grab them and find out information about them. And again, we have the 3D viewer on this. This one has a full screen mode as well, so you can really have a look at the quality of the products and have a look at the, zoom in there, find out all about it. And again, we have the videos, photos, and the augmented reality as well. So this, in this instance, is triggered by the QR code, and I'll show that in a second. Just before I do that, I just wanted to show where we've incorporated the live event, and again, we've got video walls in here, so it very much feels quite impressive. And this can be a rolling kind of product video. And in here we have like a bit of a theatre stage. So you walk into the zone, it automatically turns on the audio. And then you can sit here and watch the exclusive content specifically for this event. And again, you can see all the different sessions. You can click on them and they'll play in the space. And we have a poster zone as well here, which is the hotspots, basically just playing videos. So there's extra content available in the space, and you access that through the video. So I'm just going to show you how the augmented reality works. So I'm just going to swap over to my phone camera. So basically, if you rock up to a product, all the products that have augmented reality are the red hotspots. All of the blue ones are standard products that don't have the 3D or the AR. So if you wanted to view, say, this product in your own space, again, you can view it like that. Click on the AR view. There's a bit of a help button as well, so you can see to download the Reydar app. And again, I'm just going to, it just takes a few seconds to get that, to swap over to my phone screen. So we just hold on a second, just to sort that out. So can you see my, I presume you can see my phone screen?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay, so like I said, it mentioned to download the Reydar app. Once you have the Reydar app, I'll just, already got it open. Just got to open that again. So again, this is the Reydar app, and this has all of the different virtual events and the virtual augmented reality experiences on there. But if I wanted to do that, I just scan the QR code, and then it's found the code because the message changed detecting surfaces. So it's finding my desktop here. I know the product's loaded because I've got the view of the product here, and just tap to view in AR, tap to place, and then you can pop that product out of the virtual event and view it in your space. You can see how big it is, and you can move it around your space as well. We're using one finger to drag it around, and 2 fingers to rotate, 3 fingers to move it up and down, and also you can explore other products as well. So within Reydar, we've got the notion of exploring other products. You can find a different one. So if I wanted to view this camera body here, tap, place, and I've got it again in the space. And this is quite a simple experience. It's just the product itself which you can explore, but we can add on to this hotspots, and all of the content that I showed you within the virtual event can be in context on the product itself. And I'll just show you a couple of other ones which are a bit more, shows the variety of ranges of what we can do. So this one's a bit more of a retail experience. This one's for Dell. you tap to place, and then the product appears, and we've got a bit of a point of sale experience around that. And we've got video playing on the laptop, and again, you can move it around and explore that as you would in a retail store. This one for the engineering design show is a bit more of an engaging piece. So you've got this robotic arm that pops out of the desk, and you can control that. You can interact with it once it's finished doing its stuff. You've got on-screen control, so a bit of interactivity designed to help kind of explore the content. And again, this follows you around. So we've got a couple of videos in here which you have to go and kind of pick up and kind of interact with. And the final one I wanted to show is a bit more kind of green screen presentation from the CEO. And there's audio on this, obviously, but I'm not playing that at the moment. But again, you can move it around your space, you can scale it up and down, and also view a bit more information about it here. So, quick overview of the augmented reality integration within the virtual event space. I'm just going to go back to. Can you see my browser again now?
Yep.
Great. So that's the Canon one, and the final one I just wanted to quickly show you was the LG. It's not as in depth, but it gives you another idea of some of the spaces we've created. Again, this one's an exhibition stand, quite small. There's only 5 products on this, but again, it's a different environment than what makes sense for LG. And again, we've got the onboarding, and again, just a simple, simple stand. You can click around and view the products this way. Got the 3D viewer again. And again, this one has a live event element as well in it, which you access through here. So you just got a link, and then you can watch the on demand. And when there is a live event, that is where you would access it. And again, we've got a curved video wall in here, and some different products as well as a poster zone. So that kind of concludes the demo. Really, it kind of gives you an idea of what we do. It's designed to be very familiar, very experiential, and very memorable as well. And like I say, we're getting some really good results and a lot long dwell times within these experiences. So yeah, I mean, that kind of concludes my demo, really.
Thanks, Matt. It's great that we've got a Northampton-based company that's producing this kind of technology.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, just looking through some of the comments on Twitter, someone mentioned about the use of those kind of spaces for new starters or customers who may suffer from anxiety. Being able to experience a venue or something first virtually before they go the second time, because obviously most people the second time they go somewhere they're much more comfortable. So if you can do it virtually the first time round, that's a real help to those kind of people. Or all of us, really.
Yeah. It's very, very familiar, and helps people kind of acclimatise and establish. It's very good for demos as well, or onboarding, that kind of thing.
Was this kind of technology something you were building and working on before the pandemic, or did the pandemic accelerate it?
Yeah, we've been working in augmented reality and the AR technology since 2011, and since then it's taken a long time for the technology to kind of become robust and usable, and in a robust and reliable way. But for the past 2 or 3 years, we've been working heavily with brands, doing product demos and things like that. But yeah, when COVID hit, then we decided to kind of put our thinking caps on, and how can we solve this problem for brands that for retail experiences, and as an addition to what Reydar is, which is all about the product.
I think you showed it on one of those there, the sort of the video screens. People now opening up and getting more physical events. Does this work in like a hybrid sort of environment for an event?
Yeah, we are doing a number of. We're talking to a lot of brands about doing the hybrid. There's a lot of uncertainty in the physical event still, so a lot of brands are using this as a backup in case the physical doesn't happen, but also to extend their reach when the physical event is happening, to kind of provide a very similar experience, some of the same content as well, but just to anybody who can't make the physical event.
Danny Moody asked, are you able to say anything about the sort of price structures for it?
The price structures, they compare favourably to the physical world. So the Canon example, for example, they spend about £250,000 on that event, which is a 3-day event. Ours is probably probably about a third of that price in terms of it, but it is a very similar process to doing a physical event. You know, go through the design process and the build side of things, and then we weave that into the platform that we have to populate that with the content. But I hope that gives you a guide. But everything's bespoke, and it depends on the number of products, the number of languages, the size of the environment, and all that kind of stuff. So it's I can give you a price, but it's not necessarily that meaningful.
Yeah, gotcha. And Kirsty says, thank you, Matthew. I would love to attend a virtual event like that. Absolutely, it would be that'd be amazing. I'm going to tap up City Fibre for sponsorship next year, and we'll see what we can do. In terms of building these environments, I mean, do you build them all in-house? Do you have your own dev team?
Yeah, we do. We have a creative and digital team that support the design and build of this. It depends on the brand's brief as well. So some brands like Canon have the physical event and the stand design already. We'll just take that and interpret that into a better user experience online. So there might be some tweaks there. The Automaker one we designed through our design process, going through kind of initial concept all the way through to the final 3D build. So it's a mix and match approach depending on what the brand already has and what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, brilliant. And in terms of the sort of skill sets needed to build and develop these environments, are these unique skills? Are they easy skills for you to find when you're hiring people, or is it pretty spare?
It's very similar to computer games. We're using a game engine as the power in the 3D environment, but the design of 3D is kind of standard skills. But like I say, we use specific tools as well, which you would need to help develop these projects if we were looking to employ people, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And Danny Moody again said, if the government allows councils to hold virtual meetings again, then the North and the West councils could procure a cool virtual council chamber. Certainly would be.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Good for that.
Well, yeah, that's great, Matt. Fantastic. Thanks for taking the time out to present that for us. I think that's probably all the questions we've got now. So yeah, I really appreciate taking the time. Fantastic technology. Yeah, just to say again, great that we've got this sort of company locally that's creating this sort of innovation.
Really, well, thanks a lot for having us.